back to Heather.
Wrong
Welcome
button.
back to the Dame Bramaged weird brain guitar survivor. What
Weird brain guitar survivor.
what fucking show am I
episode.
on? God damn it!
It's the new year, folks, and we are putting everything all into one. So it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday,
And
Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
All different time frames, going back and forth. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're joining us here. Happy New Year.
And a partridge in a pear
Right,
tree.
right. And it's still not popping up yet for
I don't
everybody.
know what's going
So I don't know what's happening, but hello, everybody. Welcome.
Apparently,
That was quite the intro there.
Yeah, well, see, mine popped up, so it's on.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm going to
Am I not in
going to Twitch
notifications?
because I think I'm having a Twitch.
Having a Twitch moment.
I'm having a Twitch moment. Oh, hey, look, there it popped up. Yeah, earlier Twitch just is like, nope, I'm not loading up.
Twitch is like, I ain't having it.
Yeah, basically.
Bitches have Twitches.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right,
Did
so
you
I
just call
see-
me a bitch?
Bitches have Twitches.
Speaking of that, you have to. Oh, look at that.
Hey.
There
we
it's sounding
are.
good on Twitch.
All right. There we
I
go,
started.
guys.
Speaking of that, the history of swearing. I have to tell you about that later on.
All right. The history of swearing. We have some really cool stuff to talk
Good
about
show.
tonight. Some fun stuff to talk about because we need a little bit of laughter and fun in our life. So, yeah. Good stuff, too. I've heard some really good stuff I want to share about.
So much cool stuff.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. Glad you guys are hanging out, and already got somebody over on YouTube. Lexi White is saying Betty Boop or Heather.
What
Thank
does
you
that
for
mean?
noticing my rockabilly style. But yeah, so it's the new year. I'm trying different things that make me happy, and that's where I'm at.
If you're happy and you know it, clamp your ham. Wait a minute. No, clap your hands. That's what it was.
Shake your meds. I think that's what's
Shit,
happening.
which one? I got like.
A million
There
and
we
two.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
We're going to the split screen. Fuck
Split
it.
screen. Hey everybody.
Sharing this. Oh, yeah. Louder, louder. Hey, what's up? Is that a cat?
Hey.
That's a cat wearing shades. Cool.
That's cool.
I like
Welcome.
Yeah.
So it has been a crazy, crazy week. You've had some stuff going on. I've had some stuff going on. And, new year, new me thing.
Wait, no, fuck all that.
Yeah,
New Year
right.
movies.
The New Year
Bullshit.
resolution stuff, I just say go for it. What you're going to do, don't talk about it. But we're going to talk about our stuff, I guess. So don't
Yeah,
use
the
my
25
advice.
different gym memberships that I started when I was
No.
18. Because,
Whatever. Like old new
We
me.
wiped-
Oh, let's talk about that.
we wiped down all of our treadmills with a slice of Corona.
No. And lime.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I think now that the Twisted Tea movement is taking out that Corona beer and lime
That
thing.
shit was hilarious.
That was great. I had to watch the video several times.
Like, you got knocked straight the fuck out.
Yeah.
And you deserve it.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I agreed. I'm just like, don't touch that guy. And he totally
Yeah.
wasted a Twisted Tea on your face,
Right.
but don't charge that man.
Well, I mean, that's
know.
my point. Is, rule number one, don't be a dick.
A lot of people aren't getting that memo.
No.
So, yeah. So, 2021, here we are.
Yeah.
Lots of different feels about what's going on
Yeah.
in 2021 already. We're only, 7 days in?
Sure.
7 days. It feels
Yeah.
like the
we are a
longest
week
year.
in. Yes.
Feels like the longest year ever already.
Such a long year.
It was such a long year last week.
Right.
Yeah. So, speaking of last week, how's your week been?
This part of the podcast brought to you by Bitch Be Cool Juice.
And water with flavor mixing.
No, actually, to go to the Tony shot. Am I even in frame? I'm in frame. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No, I make my own tea because chemtrails and conspiracies. That's a thing, isn't it?
I don't know. Let me Google it.
All right. Yeah.
I'll find out
conspiracy.
for sure.
Conspiracy. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah. So,
No, I because I like to know what I put in my chill the fuck out juice.
yeah.
I make my own, and I use coffee filters for tea bags.
Oh, nice.
So I put in generally, and I'm totally getting shit for this, and I don't care because it's amazing. But I use peppermint and thieves
Yeah.
essential oils.
Right. There's a lot of controversy.
Fuck you
over that.
guys.
But whatever. It is what you,
I know
what
how it
you
makes
like.
me feel from a health standpoint.
There you go. You do what you like. It's
Right.
not that you're promoting it. It's just something that you do. And I think that's what we need to start remembering
Right.
is that if it's something that somebody else is doing,
Exactly.
they're not pushing the agenda, then what does it matter?
Well, and that's my
So.
point. Is what I do is I put a little bit of Melissa, aka Lemon Balm, which I just found that out last year, and I was
Yeah.
like, why didn't I know this as much as a, updating garden suburbia freak as I am?
Right.
And then I also grow chocolate mint.
That is amazing stuff. We found that on an adventure.
I know, a little
That was
buddy day
cool.
was great.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like our one little buddy day that we had last year.
Yeah,
That one.
Can we
Other than
Can we have
Thursdays.
two?
I think we
Little
should
buddy.
go for 2 this year.
I
But
wanna go
let's
for 2.
let's space them out though because you never know.
You said
Just
you
kidding.
can't stand me.
You
I
like
want
it?
a divorce.
Well, it's funny you should say that. In 2021, I'm looking into becoming a divorce lawyer.
How the fuck?
Just
do you do
kidding.
that?
I would
Wow.
never. No.
Like, why would you?
I
wanna-
support it if that's what you want, but I'm no. But yeah, so we were getting into what your week is though. Cool tea.
Yeah. So
Make
that,
your own.
that's my tea, and
I like it. I like it.
the great part about this is when you read up and educate yourself on what it is you're putting in your body.
Hmm.
The interesting part about what Melissa does is it's a sedative. Now, I drink this shit all damn day.
Right.
Do you think it cools me out? No.
It doesn't chill you out like you call it chill out tea. It's just not. It's
Bitch,
just
be
like
cool.
semi cool.
Well, here's the thing.
Halfsies.
I can say I think it helps somewhat with my anxiety because when I drink it, I'm not as wired for sound
Right.
mentally.
Okay.
But there's a clarity there, and obviously with all the other shit that I'm doing through the course of my week, it's been pretty crazy. So, anyways, yeah, how my week? I'll stop stalling and talking about my tea. I started a new series.
Okay. Book series, TV series.
It's a Netflix series.
Okay. What?
It's the art or the history of swearing.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what you were talking about. I
Yeah.
thought for some reason I thought it was a book or something. Okay,
No.
so it's a TV series on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a television series, and I think it's great because Nicolas Cage, the legendary,
Yeah.
is the host of it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, now that you're saying that, I seen
Yeah.
a little bit. I saw. Sorry.
Yeah.
If my brother's listening, he got me on it.
Seesaw.
I saw that he was going to be doing that, and I was like, damn, he looks pretty good now.
Uh-huh.
So kudos to that. But anyway, you're talking about the series. Let's hear.
And it's great because episode 1, and they're only like 20-minute episodes, so it's great. You can literally blow through them, and they literally go through the history of each one of these words. And the first one, straight out the gate, is fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Let's
it's
talk
great
about
because
that.
then they go shit, they go damn, they go bitch, and that's as far as I got because I
Yeah.
had to, get up and help make dinner and whatever.
Mhm.
But no, I thought it was really interesting that the how do you pronounce it? I always screw this word up. The etymology, it's basically the what words mean.
Okay,
and
yeah.
the history of them and so on and so forth. And I think I'm mispronouncing that, but feel free to
Help with that.
help with that because I are a good speller. But no, it was really cool how when you go back in the history and look at what the definition of words actually are,
Right.
like fuck means to hit.
Well, I mean,
And I mean, think about this. So
Hmm.
I want to see your reaction on camera.
yeah. Go ahead and say that again. Let's go back.
Fuck means to hit.
Yeah. Well.
So,
Yeah.
like when someone punches you in the face, you're just like,
I'm gonna
fuck.
Is that like I'm gonna fuck you in the face?
Right, I'm gonna hit you in the face. That's what it
But
means.
it means differently everywhere else, though.
Well, of course
Right?
it does, and
Okay.
that's part of the history of where the definition of words
Feel awkward
change.
saying that whole sentence. Like, can we rewind that and take that back? No, it's already online. Okay.
But that's the thing is,
Yeah.
when you study the history of words, it becomes this whole other monster. Like gay, back
Means
in
happy.
means happy.
Right.
It doesn't mean we're fabulous.
Right.
But
then that's what it meant.
As the word has grown and
Evolves.
changed, evolved, so to speak,
Right.
it
Gross.
means something different now. So if
Mhm.
you're wandering around and just going based off of what the definition of words are out of Webster's dictionary, and going, I'm gay, people are like, "Ugh, great for coming out. And you're like, Coming
Wait.
out of where?
Yeah, wait, I'm happy. No, and it's crazy how different these words are because I
Right.
know friends from England that were like, I'm gonna go outside and have a fag, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Right.
do your thing,
Right.
tell them hi, but that's. And then he's like, no, that's a cigarette over here.
Right,
And I'm
it's
like,
a cigarette.
oh, okay. Like, honestly, I'm not trying to be ignorant on anything, but
No.
in the beginning, this was a while back when I learned this, and I'm going, oh, okay. It's just,
Yeah.
whatever. To me, I just kind of roll with it.
Well, and
You
that's
know.
the thing is when you start taking stuff out of context, like, oh, Heather said fag.
Right. I didn't.
No, she was talking about
No.
a cigarette.
A
dude.
cigarette.
Don't be a dick. Refer to Rule 1.
Right. Refer to. Don't be a dick.
Right.
Yeah. No, that totally was not a dig at anybody or anything.
Right.
I just, and obviously that's not who I am. But yeah, it's just different how the words are. Like somebody
Right.
else was explaining to me in Australia, they say cunt a lot there. And that's like a greeting to
Right.
them. But here,
How you doing, you cunt?
here it goes back and forth as to some people are like use it, and some are like so offended. And somebody that was from over there had said this to someone's mom as a greeting. Can you imagine? An like she was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" So
I'll have to remember that next time I greet my mom. Sup, cunt?
it's interesting though because a lot of these words, like I would like to look into this series because
Yeah.
I want to know like the origin and what it means, and people are like, oh, don't use that
What's
word.
great about it is one of the last ones I watched was Damn, I think it was.
Oh, okay,
But the one just before that was Bitch.
okay,
And it's funny how the original incarnation of the word, I guess,
right,
was female dog. But it was bitche. BICCE.
bitch, not like that. Okay,
Right. So, and as it turned, I think it was like 100 years later or something, maybe not that long, maybe 75 years. I don't know. You got to watch the show. It's really
Right.
good.
Feed your mind.
Right. Go educate yourself. But it was funny because a lot of the stuff that came up
Mm-hmm.
where it started becoming a derogatory statement to women
Right. Yes.
of call your bitch
okay.
or, because she's being snarky or whatever.
Right.
And, when you think about that, everybody's like, oh, well, you called her a bitch.
Can't
That's
believe you said
kind-
that.
Well, we call her a cunt. I mean,
Right.
We just got done talking about that. That's accepted in certain cultures. Come on.
Let's choose what picking and choosing there of what can and can't be. Like I had somebody actually
Right.
call me that at one point, and I was like, thank you for thank you for that. That was like the best compliment I had all day. She's like, I roll with it, whatever.
But it's crazy how when you weave through the course of histories and
Mhm.
whatnot, and you call a guy that, it's like, don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. Right.
But it's a derogatory statement, even though the original definition just means it's a female dog.
Right.
And I have to
But
laugh
it's
about
just
it
kind of
because now, when you look at the word bitch,
Mhm.
it's goddess bitch or bitch goddess.
right.
Where I'm going, okay, so wait a minute. Now it went from describing the species and sex of what a dog is,
Yeah.
female dog,
To something totally different.
to now you're,
It's a slang.
fabulous bitch goddess or goddess bitch or whatever that, I don't even know.
Bitch boss.
Right,
Yes.
bitch boss. I mean, really? Because I'm just going, okay, whatever happened to just going, oh, look at this bitch. She's eating her
This
asshole again.
bitch.
Right, this
This
bitch.
bitch.
This
My
motherfucker.
collie, my female collie, this bitch. No. I get it. Like that's interesting though to kind of
Right.
look into and listen to, and who better to do the series than Nick
It's
Cage?
Nicholas fucking
I like him.
Cage.
I do like him. Like you go through life, and I find that I find certain ones that I like. I
Right.
used to like, and now I don't like as much as
Mhm.
I grow. It's kind of like when you're younger and you
Right.
eat certain foods, and as you get older, you're like, yeah, no, I don't like that anymore, or vice versa.
See,
Evolving.
what I thought was really interesting is they did a poll at the beginning of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to know who cursed the most in movies.
Okay.
Who do you think it was?
Well, if we go back to when I was a kid, it would have been like Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, no, in movies.
Oh, in movies.
Yes.
Okay, in movies. Samuel L. Jackson.
That's
That's who I thought.
That's what I thought. Too.
Not true?
No.
Who?
And see, my second thought, and they actually brought this up, was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I would see that too.
Not even close.
Not close.
Not even close.
Is it somebody that you would never suspect?
Yeah, pretty much.
A dweeby person?
Yes.
That
Now, those of you who don't want spoilers for the
Oh.
show,
click
tune out.
off. Mute right now.
Mute right now.
Mute right now.
Because I'm gonna say it, and if Heather doesn't guess it,
Hold on, let me think here. It's a nerdy person? Is it like the guy that played Venkman? Because I would think of him being like,
Egon
You-
Spangler.
Yeah.
no, what the fuck's his name? God damn it.
I don't know. Well, he played nerds, I think, throughout. No? Okay.
No, you're
who-
talking about Bill Murray. No, it wasn't
no,
Bill
no,
Murray.
No, Venkman was the nerd, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Pete Venkman. That was Bill Murray.
Oh, wrong person.
You're talking about
But-
Egon, and I can't remember
Egon,
the guy's
yeah,
name.
there you go. Okay. I need to go back and watch some of my 80s movies and cartoons and whatnot. Seriously. But
Yeah.
go on.
Okay,
Mute,
so
guys, mute.
Here's the spoiler: the person that was voted the most, who was cussed the most in movies, was
Hold on. Wait, who? Go ahead.
Dick. Don't be a dick. Refer to Rule 1. No, the person that has cussed the most in movies is Jonah Hill.
Really?
Wolf of Wall Street. He cursed 105 times in the movie.
I wonder how, did you watch any of the behind the scenes with him about that?
I fucking
wonder-
love that movie. I've watched
I've never
everything
seen
about
it.
it. Oh, it's great.
I've never seen it. So, on the behind the scenes, did they talk about that at all?
No, they talk about the whether or not how true the story actually is.
Oh, okay. So, like the accuracy of what really
What-
happened.
and that's the thing,
compared
is-
to the movie.
Depending
Cliff
on what
Notes,
you
if you will.
follow, because that's the thing is Jordan Belfort is a hell of a salesman.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at a lot of the stuff that he's done, some of it is Hollywooded up because
Okay.
that's what sells,
Makes sense.
and
Yeah.
some of it actually happens. So you kind of have to.
Behind the scenes, though, do they talk about that?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
They
Yeah, yeah,
kind of
they-
go through and
yeah,
be
they
like,
talk
yeah,
about
this
it.
isn't.
I mean, I watched a bunch of different interviews with him on like different podcasts and stuff, and they're like, "What's the most disgusting thing you've ever done?" Because of course, when you see somebody like that who's made squazillions of freaking dollars, it affords you certain luxuries that you normally wouldn't have being a Joe Blow.
Right.
So he's talking about this, and everybody on the podcast is like, "No way!"
Yeah.
And I'm going that you have to go listen to the podcast to go, this is insanity. To hear the shenanigans that they've done. And I'm like, being a musician, I've been out on tour and I've done some pretty crazy shit.
Right.
And, you generally don't talk about those things because it's a cautionary tale of what not to do because you don't
True.
know what still has a statute of limitations and what doesn't.
Right. That you make a good point there. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
And I'm sure that's why Chris is not in the studio with us anymore because he went into the witness relocation program.
Yeah. Because what you can and can't talk about Mr. O'Neill's neighborhood was
Mr.
lit.
O'Neill's neighborhood, yes, it was.
So, yeah.
I think it was lit by either napalm or Molotov cocktails.
Something like that.
Something like
I'm thinking.
Maybe a substation or two.
Possibly. Possibly.
Short circuit.
I got a lot of stuff over here, but I'm not trying to cut you off. So continue with
go
your
ahead.
continue with your week.
What is everybody saying over there?
All right, I got a lot to catch up with. All right, Rodney is tuning in. Says, "What's up, family? My advertising hits harder than Twisted Tea." He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Talk about capitalizing on the moment.
Yeah, there we go. And then he says, "Excited to welcome Stone Cottage Farms to Hometown Handmade Family."
Hell yeah!
I was going to talk about that. I'll get into that. Cindy said, "LOL, the movie was weird. Wow, close." And then Rodney says, "Ivan Reitman was Egon.
Thank you.
He wrote and produced Ghostbusters as well." And then in quotations, Geek Juice.
Yep, Geek Juice.
And the love of my life is joining in, saying, "Checking in and sounding great. Thank you.
Why, thank you, love of my life.
Love of our life."
I saw him first.
So yeah. I like it. Thank you guys for tuning in and joining us in the conversation.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. But yeah, I'm gonna talk more about the Stone Cottage edition coming up.
I cannot wait to hear that.
There's a lot of really cool stuff happening, and I'm gonna advertise for you too, Rodney. I'm gonna try my hand at this.
Shameless.
He's way better than I am at this. So I'll be honest. Like that guy pushes hard. He's not wrong.
He's a fucking hype guy. I love it.
Twisted Tea has no shit on this guy. I'm telling you. If you want something promoted,
Right.
talk to Rodney.
Right.
I'm not even kidding.
He's the hype guy.
He is the hype man. He does it. So is there what else is going on though with your week? Tell me more.
Well, here's the thing: is it's been an emotionally draining week because anxiety always likes to fuck on me at the most inopportune time. So, like I said, I've been drinking my chill the fuck out juice, and just I don't want to say doing a lot of mental and emotional inventory because I've been trying to stay out of there, but just trying to stay active and doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And since you always got to do housekeeping at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Whether you're cleaning or organizing or whatever it is.
Right.
Just doing something physically demanding
Yeah.
to physically exhaust yourself. And like I watched one of the older, I don't want to say older, but like within the past 6 months, podcast with Joe Rogan and interviewing Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah.
And it was really interesting because she's talking about a lot of the same things with the anxiety and this, that, and the other thing. And he's like, you need an exercise routine that's going to physically exhaust you so you can perform better at your peak mentally and emotionally. So
Really?
being physically exhausted apparently helps you perform better at your peak performance of mentally and emotionally.
Interesting.
And I thought about that for a minute. And I'm like, yeah, because when I'm done playing guitar for
You feel
Guitar
that.
Fridays, I'm fucking spent.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, bad you love me.
Thank you for that.
So I like shut it down.
Go nap here.
Right. Drink whatever it is that I have in my disposal for playing on Guitar Fridays. And I generally pass the fuck out because it's physically exhausting.
Right.
And, of course, there's that mental and emotional element into the music because it's not just technical. It's not
Right.
just,
You feel it. You
Right.
live in it. You're feeling the flow of it.
What the fuck is going on now? Really? I'm still here, but the camera's
still
being
here.
stupid.
As soon as there it goes.
Stupid.
Shoot.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, as usual, I'm constantly trying to focus on my health and become better because, getting old's a trap. Don't do it.
It is a trap.
My
I'm not even gonna argue with you.
my side chick chiropractor. Shout out to Doc. Thank you for keeping me upright. I'm making him sweat now because he's just like, okay, we didn't crack that way. We're gonna try it this way. And today he put me on a machine that I was just like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. And it was hilarious because I'm just like,
Thank you for playing.
and it's like, okay, so I'm, humping the air here for 5 minutes, and it's not really doing anything. So then I go to get off this traction table thing, and I'm just like,
So it did actually do something? Is that what you're saying?
it made me walk funny.
Oh.
So, I think
Yeah.
a mild stroke.
Is
or
that like the
something.
one that they had at our old chiropractor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That happened to me.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get up. I couldn't stand up straight afterward.
Well, see,
Horrible.
that's the thing is that's what I love about my my side chick chiropractor.
Yeah.
He adjusts me. Like this dude, he's not a small dude.
Okay.
He picks me up, body slams me, twists me around like a human pretzel.
Good lordy.
And I'm not a small guy. Like easily, I put a few extra pounds back on.
Yeah.
But no, I'm 215, 220 pounds. That's a lot of fucking weight to move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, to have this guy go, see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday, buddy.
Right. I'm just like, can you make me an omelet?
At least something. After
Right.
that.
You want to go on a date?
Yeah.
And there's these sweet, sweet receptionists, which I adore her to pieces.
Yeah.
She's just like, you okay, Tony? I'm like, see you next week. And drooling on myself.
I feel like I'm put back together wrong.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah, I'll be fine.
Wait a
I'll make
minute.
it home somehow.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Louder says, I drink half caffeine coffee and Easy Kitten.
All right.
So apparently there's a kitten that's pissed off. But yeah, so in a nutshell, that was my week.
Okay.
And, you know, I generally don't go into details about the...
Right.
What was that term you said earlier? I gotta find some medicine here.
If you're happy and you know it, shake your meds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You're missing out. There you go. So you're happy. That's good.
No, I'm not happy.
Good little buddy.
I'm just pissed off at the world because, whatever. But hey, Heather, how was your week?
Wow. Now that you put it that way, I'm kind of down. No, just kidding. This week has been pretty cool. I am adjusting back into not being at work 1,012. Excuse you.
Sorry.
1,012 hours. Had a great season. I know I've talked about that, but you know, just this week now because I'm not working, I'm sorting, organizing, divide. You know, the housekeeping after my season there, and trying to figure out, you know, what's the next thing that I'm going to be working on and getting that together, and of course, you know, getting back with Survivor Girl and all that different stuff, and getting ready for the Valentine's Day merchandise I'm going to make. So, you know, there's always something to do. It's not like I'm hurting to find something to do. But with that being said, it feels like this beginning of the new year after our vehicle went down and everything, I got a little bit sideways with things and have been working through, you know, emotional stuff and trying to get on track to get to that point to want to work on stuff.
Right.
You know, I obviously I don't hide that. I don't keep that from anybody. I talk about it, you know, just because I know that I'm not alone with it. So it has been an interesting start to the new year for me because that happened and I went, okay, what am I going to do? And then we were talking about, you know, the stimulus coming and whatever. And we were going to use that to fix the Ford. Didn't get it. But hey, you know what? That's all right. So trying to go back and go, okay, can figure this out. It's going to be okay. Thank you to Rodney, though, because they've been letting us use their vehicle, which not very many people would do.
Right.
So I appreciate that. A shout out for that because that's been very much appreciated. So it's just trying to readjust and figure out what am I doing now because the season's over.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like I said, there's a ton of different things to do. So, you know, still working through organizing my little closet crafty office thing, which I absolutely love. And then making my old original office into a yoga meditation kind of chill room, reading nook. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm just trying to find peace, you know. I know it sounds really probably new ageist, but I don't really care. That's where I'm at.
I found peace.
Yeah?
You know where it's at?
No.
Hold on. I'll change cameras.
Don't fart into the microphone. That's what I'm afraid of.
Nope. Make this real simple.
Still on me.
Hold on. I gotta get to.
Gotta turn the cam over. I mean, you know.
We're gonna make this happen.
Oh, there you go.
Just right. There we go. That's my piece. Stone Cottage Farms goat soap, milk, plantain leaf.
There you go.
And the ingredients include
Love. That's the first ingredient.
Yep. So yeah,
Love it.
that is the best freaking soap on the planet. That's how I found peace.
And now, not only do they have an Etsy store, but they do also have their stuff going in tomorrow.
What?
At Hometown Handmade at 130 East 3rd Street, Emily City, next to Jalisco's Deli, who are still doing takeout. So go support. They have amazing food. It's really hard to be at the store and be next door to such a good, you can smell all of the good stuff. But it kind of mixes in with Flame and Flicker candles. And now we're going to have Stone Cottage soap there. Faye and Whimsy has their stuff.
I know, right?
It smells really good there. A lot of really cool stuff. There is a clearance vault there as well now from the Christmas stuff. So you guys can shop that at 50%. Yeah. And if you don't want to come on in, you can shop in your PJs from what the advertisement said. And they will do curbside. So I will be hanging out there tomorrow. So I'll get to see Stone Cottage come in. Love them.
So
awesome.
jealous.
So
jealous.
you can go too.
I can't.
Have a little bud day.
Can't.
All right. Do your thing. But yeah, going back though, that's something else that I'm passionate about is being able to be a part of that. And there's tons of artisans that are there, but we are looking to always expand and give other people opportunities. So if you get a hold of Hometown Handmade, you can talk with them to see about if your product that you make homemade, handmade, would be a good fit for the store. So contact them, shoot them a message if you're looking into getting into a store to sell your merchandise.
Right.
They don't take commission on it, so they will get with you about that and go over what it is that they need from you to be able to do so. It's been an exciting ride, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, this from the time that they started at the little building into the new building.
Right.
I've done amazing there.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of just how it's like a family and everybody supports each other. There's no competition with anybody, and I think that's amazing. So I do support that. Obviously, that is one of our favorite sponsors in Stone Cottage as well. So two of them coming together, that is awesome.
Love that. Stone Cottage Farm is amazing.
Yes, they are. I love.
Well, and I mean, to give an additional shout out here, I mean, I think you guys were one of the very few mom and pop businesses that expanded during all of this, 2020 shit show, dumpster fire, whatever.
The year we do not speak of.
Yeah, the year we do not speak of.
That's what I'm going.
But no, seriously, I mean, you guys legit expanded from a little, I don't want to say hole in the wall business, but smaller, to now you have how many vendors do you guys have?
I think there's 18 from the last I read, but if you guys are not subscribed to Hometown Handmade, go to Facebook, go like their page, because they are coming in with new vendors. There are some more coming in other than Stone Cottage. So if you guys follow, then you'll be able to see what merchandise is coming into the store. They also have the stuff online, so you can go and shop the online catalog. And, you can have it shipped, or you could come do the curbside pickup, or you can say, hey, I'm going to be in town in like 2 days. Can you put this aside for me? And they can work with that as well. So, you can go on there and see what we have available in store. It's all handmade from artisans in Michigan and local, which is also incredible. And I know
support
Christmas
local.
time, I want to say, was phenomenal. People did support local with Hometown Handmade, and that's, that is really incredible. There's a lot of things that I'd like to say about that, and a big, huge thank you. Not only was my stuff really shopped, which I'm thankful for, but everybody in the store, they came in and they did, they bought gifts for stocking stuffers and everything else. And, I love the fact that, Mary and Rodney had this table set up with stocking stuffers right by the register to make it even more convenient. And when Valentine's Day coming up, there's some more cool stuff happening. So go like the page so you guys can see what is happening at Hometown Handmade.
Yeah, don't get VD on VD Day. Hey, louder. It says, I enjoy not smelling and big guy issues are real.
Oh.
That's right.
All right. And then we've got Rodney saying you keep fading in and out from time to time. I think it's because of moving in back and forth.
Is it me or is it you?
You.
Really?
Yeah. And then Jeff says, Tony, do I find your great music or what? Do I find you great music or what?
Do I find you great music or what?
Yeah. Oh, and Rodney chimed in saying 18 currently adding 2 this week and possibly even more next week, which is incredible.
Very
Hype
nice.
man at doing his job. You know? And again, like I said, I bring this up on our podcast because they are a sponsor of ours, and I do appreciate that. So also, if you guys have a product that you'd like to sell and you want to be part of the sponsorship program through Don't Make This Weird and Strange Friends Media, Survivor Girl, whichever podcast, we can make it happen. So let us know when we can put you guys on board as well.
How's that better?
Sounds better.
Let me know if that's okay.
All right, check that out, guys.
Can you still hear me? I'm backing off the mic.
Can you hear me? So yeah,
I feel pretty. Oh, it's so pretty.
you just feel witty and happy.
And
Happy.
wise.
I don't know, guys. I don't know where that was going, but
I
hey.
got nothing.
So, we've been kind of looking into different podcasts, different books, different shows, all kinds of really cool stuff to get into this year. And I kind of want to talk a little bit more about that throughout this year and on our podcast, because I like to support and I like to hear about different things that you're finding and, whatever. I want to know more about that, the good things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many books have you chose this year?
I'm going to go with 52.
To attack.
52. I'm going to
52
do
this year.
52. The one that I'm currently slowly digesting is this one. I love, love, love this book.
One you don't want to like take too fast.
Well, no, and it's just because, there's a lot of great sources in here, and I'm one of those, anal retentive people that I read the forward and I read the acknowledgments
Yeah.
because if you're going to read a book from cover to cover,
You might as well.
you might as well read it literally from cover to cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, those of you that aren't watching it, this is by Dr. Reverend Jason Garwood,
Mm-hmm.
Health for All of Life, and you can actually go on the website, healthforalloflife.com.
And get your copy?
And you can get a copy, and they've got so many different tips and strategic things
There you go.
for lifestyle changes and lifestyle additions, whether you're eating, fresh food, whether you're adding vitamins and supplements, whether you're, doing things to take your
Well-
health consciously
Yeah.
as opposed to going, we're just going to take a pill and call it a day.
Oh, that reminds me. That little link that I sent you.
Yeah.
Was it neat? I gotta look it back up. That was cool though. The thing I sent you. Okay, so there is this link that I had found, and it's very interesting because you go on and you put your birthday in, and when you put your birthday in, it's life stats. Okay, life stat. Neil.fun/life-stats.
Yeah, that's what it was.
/ So if you go and check this out, it's really cool. It's called Life Stats. And it goes on to tell you how many heartbeats, how many breaths that you had since you've been around, how many people are now in the world compared to when you were born, just all these different things, and it's very interesting. And then it goes towards the end, which got me. Everybody knows I'm an emotional nerd when it comes to stuff like this. But at the end, it tells you the percentage that you are of people your age that made it to 2021.
Right.
And it was 9%
Here
for
we go.
me. Oh, there you go. Okay,
I just did it, so keep talking.
Okay,
You're good.
So it was like 9% for me, and what got me and why I started crying is because I am a cancer survivor.
Right.
And so I was like, I made it. Like in my mind, that's automatically where I went to. I was like, I made it.
Of course.
So yeah, that whole thing is really cool, and it keeps on going as your heartbeat would be going and your breathing and everything. It's very cool, you guys, if you get a
Here,
chance to check it out.
I'm actually going to pull this up. So
Oh, you can show it on there.
I'm gonna
Oh, cool.
show it. Give me 2 seconds while I add the source.
All right, and that was
Screen capture window capture. All right, so got this pulled up here, and I'm going to go back to the screen. It says a lot has happened in the 16,238 days since you were born. So what is that? Oh, you got to scroll down.
yeah. You scroll.
Your heart has beaten about 1,823,856,931 times and pumped about 1,402,967 liters of blood.
Isn't that crazy?
That's fucking crazy. Your
Yeah.
body has produced. Holy shit!
It just keeps on going.
Is that quadrillion?
Yeah, I think it is.
So
I had
it's
Adam
million?
actually, not trying to be dumb, but I had Adam actually break it down for me, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right
So that's million,
now?" Yeah,
billion, trillion. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
3 quadrillion, 247 trillion, 607 billion, 450 million.
Isn't that crazy?
It's insane, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
You've taken about 324 million breaths.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the chat so you guys can check it out too.
Yeah, you've
It's very cool.
you've blinked about 350 million times, almost 350 million one.
Yeah.
You've spent 5,412 days sleeping. That's bullshit.
Right. Okay. It's an estimated, and I did the same thing because I get maybe about 4 to 6 hours.
I'm
you
gonna
know.
actually pull this up on the big screen here,
Yeah,
so
there
that
you
way
go.
everybody can see this as I'm scrolling down.
And I just put it in the thing. It is https:/2 neil.fun/life
There we go.
-stats / for those of you that are listening on the radio. or on solidstateradio.net. Okay, so you got it
Oh,
pulled
come
up.
on. What the hell?
Oh.
Really? Why? All right, there we go. Come on.
Okay, I
There
can
we go.
see it on there.
Okay, so now let's go back here. All right, you spent 5,000. Bullshit. You're not the only thing in the world that has changed the world. Is a different place too. All right, so let's see what we got here. Does the world seem more crowded now? Actually, yeah, it does, because
Yeah.
there was a spike in with the baby boomers.
Yeah.
And then everything forward, just like populations went insanity.
Crazy.
It's not just in your head. There are 3.5 billion more people on the earth than when you were born.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
It's cool. It's a very cool thing. When I seen that, I was like, oh, I gotta share this.
There are 24 more percent carbon, CO2, in the atmosphere than when you were born. Yeah, because all the Aquanet.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay, because we have that many more trees that are really, really healthy. So
Yeah.
thank you, trees.
Thank you, trees.
$1 doesn't buy what it used to in 1976. It's the $1 in 1976 is the equivalent to $4.52 today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Thank you, inflation. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
S&P 500 is up 3,103% your lifetime. Nice. That's fun.
Right.
Your life has been one constant movement. Yeah. You've traveled 42. What is that? Million. That's billion. 42 million kilometers around the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm drunk for most of those. Not only that, but the entire solar system is orbiting the Milky Way. Neat. So you've traveled 3 billion, 322 billion kilometers around the Milky Way.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. The moon has orbited you 594 times in your lifetime. What else we got here? The moon is slowly moving away, 169 centimeters further away than when you were born. Neat. Here on Earth, we often feel things are getting worse, but in your lifetime, the amount of humans living in extreme poverty has decreased by 80%. Well, that's nice to celebrate. See, look at that. We're not all poor as fuck. The world literacy rate went from 76 to 86%.
That's cool.
Hell yeah. Life expectancy went up 13 years for all people.
Since you were
Yeah,
born.
I know. How awesome is that? 16% more people have access to electricity. That's nice. You are one of the lucky ones. 9% of people born in 1976 didn't make it.
Right in the guts.
Right in the ding dong.
Make it to 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, that right. Like, it's really cool to see all those different stats and everything. And if you guys get a chance, check that out because it is really neat.
There's still more on here. We still have a long way to go. Who knows what else will happen in your lifetime? Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm digging that.
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah,
neat? That's pretty
that's
cool. If you guys get a chance to
neato
check
libido.
that out, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there, Rodney. I think I did put it up. Neil.fun. But if you didn't get it, I can go ahead and send it over to you. But yeah, I definitely wanted you to, check that out because I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And it's funny because I think it was like $1 back then is $3.76 compared to where since I was born.
That's because I'm so old.
You're not much older. Okay. So I thought that was a neat thing. I think one of my friends on Facebook had posted it, and I was like, oh, I gotta check this out. So often that happens.
See, I'm
Yeah.
pretty content with the fact that I've been able to see 2 decades before the turn of the century.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, how many people can say that they've actually seen the turn of the century aside from, people that are living right now?
Right. Well,
But no, legit, that was a big thing. I have a lot of those things in common with, the Teslas and whatnot. When
Yeah.
I saw the turn of the century from the 1800s to the 1900s. Wow. That was
Right.
a weird burp.
That was weird.
But yeah, I mean, how cool is that? If I live to see, 2076. That would be fucking awesome, but I don't think so.
Right. You never see. That's the thing is we don't know,
Right.
and it seems
Right.
like I've come to find out since I've gotten older and I've joined the 40 club. We see more people that are not around that were that we grew up with,
Right.
and,
Right.
and it's like, like that puts that into perspective of man, when you're younger you feel like you're bulletproof and you can pretty much do any damn thing, but as you get older you're just like, not so much. And maybe I shouldn't have screwed around so much when I was younger because here I am,
That's what I
snap
say.
crackle popping.
The youth is wasted on the youth.
Truer statement, honestly. I got to thinking about growing up and all the stupid stuff that I did, and a lot of people don't know a lot of my stupid stuff, and I'm not gonna have Miss Edgington's neighborhood because I don't really want to relive all of that stuff, and my stories are not as fun as Chris's anyway. But I did some pretty stupid stuff growing up, and to be where I'm at now, like I would joke about it when I was 15. I'll be lucky to see it to 40, and now here I am going, oh,
Yeah.
oh shit. But I have come to the realization though too, like a couple years ago when I started the weight loss journey and whatnot, I'm still moving forward with all of that, and I still got some to go.
Nice.
But I'm really going, okay, this is really about the quality of life and the quality of things that I put into my body, into my mind, all of that stuff. So for me, it's really just doing the better choices of things, and that's kind of where I'm at with the new year. I'm not just picking one thing. I'm just as a whole trying to have a better life and existence. So that's where I'm at for 2021. And I always feel like I sound like new age. So
New age, man.
meditation, whatever, but there's something to that. Really, to doing yoga and breathing differently and doing, meditation and whatnot. There is
Fuck all the
there is
haters. I'm
something
doing yoga.
Seriously. You did it for a while. What is your take on it?
Oh my god, it is not for pussies. I'm just gonna say
It is not.
like I take back all the shit talking that I did for those people that you'd go by a gym or one of those aerobics classes or whatever that you would see, and you would see them doing yoga and shit like that.
Yeah.
And you're just like, they're just breathing.
But it's not easy.
No, hell no. Like when I started, and I made a huge concerted effort to go through and do this for 1 year, and I did. And man, I felt incredible once I got past the dying stage.
Right.
Because those first couple of months, I looked like a monkey fucking a football. I'm sure I did. And that was the thing is, once I got to the point where I wasn't dying,
It was good.
it was great.
Yeah.
And, it's the fact that you can literally stretch all those muscles and focus on those things and literally just breathe. When you can get to that point, it is fucking exhilarating.
It is really, honestly. I actually dig yoga. I do not care for Pilates, though.
Fuck.
No. Anytime that I tried doing that, my head felt like it was going to explode.
Yeah.
It was just a lot different than something that I wanted. No, I'm out. But, it's really about what works good for you. I hear all kinds of different stuff from people. I have come to find out in this past, beginning of the month, I'm like, I really have an issue with numbers. Numbers, I do. I really do. Numbers and dates and timelines. They set my anxiety on fire and have it turning running in circles. How do I put myself out? That's kind of how it feels. So I've come to this realization, and I'm going, okay, how do we figure this out? Because it comes down to woo, not fun. Not fun. So I've come to go, okay, numbers can play a different thing. Like if you're talking financial, if you're talking the scale, if you're, I don't know why, but it gives me anxiety. It really does.
You're talking how many fluid ounces of biofreeze to make your back feel better.
Okay, that doesn't give me anxiety, obviously.
Does me, because this shit's not cheap.
It is not cheap. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But, I honestly, having a set time, I should have known this because growing up, well, when I got to college, they were like, "You have test anxiety." Well, why didn't anybody tell me this to begin with? Honestly, I
'Cause-
went through high
'cause-
school.
Back then, it wasn't a thing. It was like,
No.
sit down, shut the fuck up, and focus, and take your goddamn test.
And then they're like, "Oh, you have OCD." I'm 40 years old, and you're just now telling me I have OCD also?
Here's the best part about, and I'm going to the dual shot. Here's the best part about when we were in school. Okay, you were either gifted,
Yeah, right,
or you were one of the cattle that was just being shoved through because you were the normal kids,
right.
or you were put in, and as they called it, the retard class. Right? Exactly. And if I wasn't there, I was in dungeon or what else do they call it?
Permanent detention.
Detention, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I never did my homework. And it wasn't the fact that I didn't do my homework, it was the fact that it was so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Because I understood the difference between schooling and education.
Right.
Because
Right.
they would put me into detention and there'd be 15 million different encyclopedias and dictionaries and all this other crap that was there.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do my homework. I would read like this encyclopedia edition from like 1932.
Right. Instead of doing homework, because you were like, "This is more interesting."
Well, yeah,
But
because I
you're-
found it fascinating.
The American education.
Yes.
Yeah, I get you. I was too busy writing letters to boys I liked and stuff, like just being stupid.
'Cause you a hoe.
Just tiny little hoe, I guess. I don't know. But I wasn't paying attention in class.
Queen bitch.
And I did get put into those classes because here's the thing. Fun fact, when you have test anxiety,
You score lower.
you
on
score
tests.
you score lower on tests, obviously. Or you make up something to be sick that day so you don't go to school. Which happened a lot. I swear I think I had like 86 absences or 60 I don't 68, something like that in my freshman year maybe. I don't know what it was, but yeah, truancy, all that fun. I don't know.
It's funny. At a very early age, I put down the gauntlet to most of my educators. I said, "Look, if this is going to give me real-world application, I'm all for it. If it's not, I'm not fucking doing it."
Right.
And it was amazing how some teachers actually took it very personally and actually educated me.
Yeah.
Not schooled me, not taught me, actually
Mhm.
educated me. And I love those teachers for it. And most of them were just like, "Look at this little fucking
They're
crotch
like in the
goblin."
they're in the teacher lounge going, "This motherfucker." I swear.
Oh, you
that's
got
what's
Tony
happened.
too? Okay, yeah, gotcha. All
He
right.
makes me want to pull my hair out. Like, I can imagine like the different things that they talk about in there'd be a fly on the wall in the
Oh,
teacher's lounge, you know. And I feel that because in school I did not apply myself. I really didn't.
That's what I was just thinking about, the parent-teacher conferences. I swear, every single one of them
Yeah.
fuckers met, and they went, "Well, Tony's a very intelligent student. He just does not apply
It does
himself."
not apply.
It's like, apply? Fuck you!
Right.
Educate me!
Yeah. But, you know, you talk about the memorable teachers and whatnot. I had one really that stands out in my mind, and she helped me with my math. And I was not a good student when it came to math. I hate math. I still do to this day. I can do it way better than I could in school,
I just
but it's
discovered
held
today
me
that
back.
2 + 2, if you carry the 7, equals Batman.
Why didn't they tell me this stuff? No. No, but seriously, I was really, really hard to teach when it came to math. English and all that, I could do. Obviously, I was not the best.
English.
That's what bothers me is when you have a student that has test anxiety. And, of course, you know, it was back in the 80s into the 90s that I was in school.
Because you stupid.
I'm not stupid. I'm actually quite intelligent. Thank you very much.
I know this.
I know you do. But that's the thing is, you're right. When it came to you were either in the gifted class or you were in the super class or you were in the middle of the road,
Right.
as depending on how much education that you were getting
It was
and
herding,
attention.
it was herding cattle through. And, you know, shout out to those teachers still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had 2 teachers, a science teacher, Mr. Voss. I
Mhm.
don't know if he's still around, if he isn't, RIP.
Right.
And then there was another band teacher, Mr. Henji. Love that dude because he taught me about jazz.
Yeah.
Like, I would sit there and, like, be the dorky freaking band kid
Mm-hmm.
that got zero respect and was totally made fun of by everybody because I fit the fucking stereotype. And I was watching this dude who was even a bigger nerd than I was,
Yeah.
but the dude could throw down on a piano and a trombone like nobody's business
Incredible.
and just play this stuff. And I'm like, I want to do that when I
Mhm.
grow up because
Yeah.
it was really freaking cool. So shout out to those teachers that actually educate kids and go, look,
Take time.
I'm going to show you something really cool that's going to stick with you for the rest of your life.
Right. And so, like, we talk about how those students get kind of passed by, but then again, if we stop and think about it, though, those teachers that actually took time, they noticed that we had something else that other teachers were not. You know, I think it comes down to, even though teachers don't get paid that much, down to some of them were just there for a paycheck, where the other ones that were truly passionate about teaching were there for that. And my teacher was Mrs. Ivankovich. She's a very, very good teacher. A lot of people, because she was kind of strict on some things about, hey, get your stuff together, work on your stuff. Some kids didn't really care for her, but I really did like her. She was the reason why I actually graduated. So, you know, and even now I still call her Mrs. I, and she's like, no, call me by my name. And I was just like, I can't. Kind of like on Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so she helped me though, because when I was struggling on a certain chapter in math, we skipped it and went through and got all the stuff that I could do
Right.
and get that done, and then kind of push the other stuff to the back, which some people probably would think that that wasn't very helpful, but it was, because then we tackled all the harder stuff, and she would meet me on her lunch.
Oh, yeah.
She'd meet me early in the morning. She'd meet me on her lunch. She'd give up her lunches to help me out.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, kudos to her. She's still around. I absolutely love her. And, you know, she was not just the math teacher, though. She was our choir teacher.
Right.
And she also did, you know, theater.
Right.
So, you know, she was multi in that, like the arts, and I really liked that.
It's funny you say that because actually 2 more teachers just came to mind, Miss Parcell and Mr. Mason, which was great because Miss Parcell, shout out to her, she is freaking amazing. One of the best, if not the best, art teacher ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we were just douchebag guys all over the place. We would intentionally, like, you know, roll up clay and make, like, dicks or whatever, because that's
Right.
what guys did. You know,
Right.
we're dick dumb at that point in
Mhm.
time. But, you know, she took it in stride because she was an art teacher, and she's like, oh, you boys, get the
Making
dick
a
off your
little-
desk.
Right. Get that down.
But-
Simmer down, boys.
And then we had our shop teacher, Mr. Mason,
Yeah.
who was a Vietnam vet.
I had one, too, like that.
And, like, the dude had, like, one arm and one leg. So when you're walking into this class and seeing this teacher who's in shop class,
Mhm.
wood shop class,
Right.
and you're going,
Uh-uh.
did he get fucked up?
Right.
Like,
that was
what-
my first thought.
What the hell happened? And, like, it was one of the coolest dudes ever, but he was all about safety. So you thought that there was this issue going on with him. The reason why he was so safety conscious because he was missing an arm and a leg,
Right.
not realizing that he was a total fucking badass in Vietnam.
Right.
And, like, he was one of the cool Vietnam vets where, like, you didn't fuck with him and showed mad respect and thanked him for his service,
Right.
but he'd still whoop the fuck out of you with one arm and one leg.
He'd still be about it. He would win that ass kicking contest.
Oh,
Is what I'm understanding, right?
Straight up, like, Mr. Mason was a total fucking badass and a really cool dude because, like, when you were talking about spending the time after school and on
Mhm.
lunches and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I took this shop class for 1 semester. That was it.
Yeah.
So we had to buy wood, we had to build projects, and people are doing, like, fucking birdhouses and
Little things.
little things.
You know, easier stuff.
I did a full-size fucking kitchen table out of cherry wood.
Did you really?
And Mr. Mason was just like, all right, kid, let's do this. And, like,
Overachiever there.
he had this, like, Harrison Ford swagger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like, I'd fucking my hair up and my clothes up, and he's like, well, if you're worried about your hair and your
Yeah.
clothes, you might want to change your shirt because you've got sawdust everywhere. It's just, like, just
Eastwood.
really cool dude.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So my dad is chiming in. He says, "Hello, kids. I don't want to see my chart." And then he put a birthday cake. LOL. Hey, Dad. Glad you're joining in. Rodney says, "Mr. Madden, Mr. Mason. The joke was his car cost him an arm and a leg."
Ah, that's right. I remember that.
That's horrible. I don't.
He was such a cool dude, though. Like, seriously, shout out to all of the faculty. If you're still there where we went to school at, thank you for teaching us
There is
invaluable lessons. And fuck you, teachers that were assholes to us.
right there. There was a bunch of those that were, and then there were great teachers, as well. So proof there.
Right.
And I'm sure all of you that are listening have a memorable teacher, whether they were a good teacher or not so much.
Right.
But like you talked about the jazz, when we lived up north, they had a jazz band. So at halftime shows and stuff, my brother was part of this jazz band, and it was cool. It was awesome to see that. I enjoyed that as a kid. That was why I would go to the games, just to hear them play. So very cool. There are a lot of like they said, there's a handful of teachers that were really good, and I hope there are still some out there, even though with everything going on, I can't even begin to imagine it taking away that, like, where we're at.
Yeah, fuck those teachers. Like, it was great. I remember, who was it? Mr. What was his name? He was one of the speech teachers. Rodney, help me out. You know this guy. Mr. No, that's on the School of Rock, Mr. Schneebly.
No, he just said Mr. Chapman just passed away.
Ah, no shit. R.I.P. He taught United States history and was a total dick.
So what is the one that you're talking about? Like, what class did he teach?
He was a speech teacher, and he also taught government.
Oh, okay.
And I had him.
Mr. Shuri?
Was it Mr. Shuri? I think it was. Yeah, it was. He was so cool. I love Mr. Shuri because he was just like, all right, look, Tony, you're never going to be a public speaker. You need to accept that because if you're not going to do the time to do the research for your speech, you can't just get up here and half-ass it.
What?
And no, like straight up
He was trying
legit.
to help you with pointers.
Right, he was
cool
he
about
was
it.
straight up legit. Like, it was cool. Mr. Shuri was like a no nonsense guy.
Okay.
And then I got into government, and of course, I'm the little belligerent asshole that actually did the research in the class to go, fuck the colonies.
Yeah, they're like, that one's gonna be
Ungrateful
trouble.
bastards.
They're like, that kid's gonna be trouble.
And that's when he totally got, or I totally got what he was trying to get at. Because he's like, look, you're doing the preparation. You're knowledgeable. You've educated yourself
Right.
on the topic of discussion.
Right.
Maybe you will be a public speaker. And he's
After
like,
all.
go ahead. Go talk to 5,000 people. And I'm like,
No, thank you. Yeah, that used to get me because they'd talk about that, going out and being public speaker. Like, if you had to do something with, like, the government, Senate, whatever, and get up and talk, and I'm like, no, because they'd be like, oh, it's your turn to do a speech. Like, honestly, I'd be sitting there shaking with the cards in my hand,
oh, yeah.
profusely sweating, like, even when they would call me to read in class.
Yeah.
That's where and nobody knew that I had test anxiety. I don't believe that.
Conspiracy.
I feel that. No, seriously though, like, and it's funny now because it's so different.
Yeah.
It's weird how those kind of things just kind of fall away as you get
Stupid.
older and you do things, and like getting up on stage at Tuscaloosa and introducing the band. That was awesome.
Right.
I wasn't scared. I had fun. Like, I didn't sweat.
I look at what was the Battle of the Bands they had.
Yeah.
And being the judge for Hometown Idol.
Mm-hmm. That
You
was
know,
cool.
And it was hilarious because, honestly, I'm going to be brutally honest. I was not comfortable on stage until I hit like 22, 23. And it wasn't the fact that I had stage fright. It's just I didn't know how to present myself.
Yeah.
Because I was the dipshit playing guitar and singing backup vocals. That's all I did. I was there to perform and, set shit on fire and do shots and do all kinds of other stupid, crazy shit that people were doing in the late 80s and early 90s.
Right.
Because that's what you did.
Yeah.
I mean, good God, the nonsense and shit that we did in the late 80s and early 90s was like, hey, we're going to do this. And then I finally got comfortable on stage at about 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, is this what everybody was talking about, being able to present
Right.
your... Why is everybody so nervous about
Yeah.
this? Because, yeah, all eyes are on you. So if you can crack some jokes and get people laughing and go,
Yeah.
I'm going to do some dumb shit on stage here. So if y'all can just bear with me and be real and be legit, and people are going to be like, okay, yeah, he's just like the rest of us.
Right.
That's what I love about
The connection.
Right. Right.
Once you find that connection, whether it's you up there or, you know, when you're up there doing your speech or talking, once they get that connection with you, then they start to listen. And that kind of falls away because
Right.
everybody's paying attention.
Mhm.
And, you know, like I said, in school, scared the shit out of me. I would lose place on my cards. It
Mhm.
was horrible.
Yeah.
So, you know, now as an adult in the past like 6 years, I've done some different like public speaking in front of bigger crowds and stuff. I've actually
yeah.
done some speeches on being a survivor and different things that have happened to me. And it's been interesting. And I want to do more of it.
Of course.
Obviously, right now, that's kind of put on hold. But as soon as I can, I definitely want to.
Mhm.
You know, because I feel like when we connect to other people and we talk about real stuff,
Yeah.
it helps. It helps all of us. I
Well,
don't know.
And that's the thing, is still being able to be on stage countless times, whether, you know, I'm playing at church or whether, you know, we're doing a gig down at the man cave
Mhm.
or, you know, hell, before all this shit show happened, we were over at the Vault.
Yeah.
And doing stuff there and
Yep.
hanging out with those guys. And, like,
Yeah.
it was awesome. And some of the festivals and events and shit that we've gone through,
Mhm.
and people are like, here, say something. We're like,
Okay, sure.
Right.
I'm like the first one to grab it and be like, so I'm doing it now.
Well, and I look at that part when we did the Battle of the Bands, and it's like, hey, you need to announce all the other shit we're doing. So I'm standing on stage, and there's like 200 people in the crowd,
Yeah.
and I'm like, feed me whatever it is you're feeding me, and I'm like, hey, you should come check out our stuff. As I'm getting the information tossed to me up on the stage,
Right.
hope you guys are enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think of the and just starting to, you know,
Get
fill in the
comfortable.
blanks here while people are still feeding me information, like, you know, hey, give a round of applause for all of our, you know, contestants and performers tonight. What do you guys think of them? You know, and, you know, just having that rapport with the audience.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, that's my crowd. Yeah, Rodney is chiming in over here on YouTube saying, yes, I've known Tony all my ducking life. Yes, I need therapy. And then he also goes on to say, informative, persuasive, and public speeches, good times, and DJ Club.
Oh my God, DJ Club.
DJ Club.
So I got to talk about that. That was actually one of the best parts about high school. So us students, and keep in mind, any of those younger listening audiences that are in high school, this is an 18 above show, so don't say
Yeah.
fuck.
But watch it on Netflix.
Right, watch it on Netflix.
Get educated.
Yeah, because you have to understand the etymology of where words come from. But no, we bitched and complained because the school was complaining about, oh, the DJs cost so much money. So each of us, and there was myself, Rodney, and I think there was 3 or 4 other guys, we went, hey, we can do it. Buy the gear.
Mm-hmm.
So we did it. And of course, the first show, we rattled the fucking windows out of the cafeteria, which
Of course.
was awesome. And literally, was it our junior and senior year, or was it our 10th grade and 11th grade year? Because then we just kind of handed everything over to the next grades up. Because I remember Eric Zempel, he's like, you guys play some Nirvana? We're like, fuck no! We're playing Metallica, Pantera, Megadeth. But yeah, we literally started our own DJ club. Like, and if you can find an old yearbook, you can see all of us in there.
Oh, wow.
And just doing the shenanigans that we did because we wanted to play some music that the students would actually listen to.
Right.
And, you know, of course, we played all of the hits, and each one of us kind of had our little bit of personalities or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney's was pretty great on the mic. You know, we're spinning the hits and just, you know, being,
I could see that.
right. And then we played, what was it? Metallica's So Fucking What, which was so much fun. We got bitched at a little bit, but, you know, hey, fuck it. We're a bunch of teenagers. You give us a microphone and you give us a 5,000 watt, you know, DJ setup.
Yeah.
We're going to rattle some windows, baby.
Oh, yeah. My dad chimed in and said a good shop teacher is always missing one or two fingers. That's my dad.
So do you got to pay him less, or how does that work?
I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't understand, but okay. Yeah. I was going to talk to you, too, about an experience I had this week.
Bum, bum, ba-dum.
Right. It's very cool. Not very. But has anybody ever experienced somebody at your job that you just are like, I'm about to go crazy on you, but you don't? You rein it in.
Is this
'cause
one
you
of those
need it.
conversations where you're literally playing the, is prison worth it?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I already know it's not because, for one,
Right.
orange in me, it looks terrible on me. So I'm not going there.
Isn't orange is the new black? I think that's how that works. Isn't
Not
it?
for this girl.
Oh, no.
No.
You don't,
Mm-mm.
really?
No jumpsuits. So, so since not being at Bronner's, I do have another gig that I do, and it entails cleaning. So, and it's for it's for 4 buildings
I know
that
what you're
people
talking
live
about.
at.
That's great.
Yeah, that people live at. So through Bronner's, I'm going to be honest with you because I was working so many jobs, it was hard to get like a good deep cleaning in. So, apparently because of this and because I had told somebody there that I couldn't speak with them because I'm not supposed to,
Right.
and that I would not buy their jewelry because I make jewelry, I have a hit on my back. Ornery old people are not cool. I'm not giving any names. I'm not telling you where I clean. None of that. But I am going to tell you this story, kids. So,
Story time.
yeah. So this has happened over, I'd say, probably the last month or 2 months. It's kind of escalating now. So the one week, this lady loves to come out of her apartment and spray a half a can of Lysol into the air as I walk by, as if I'm like a disease or something, which, whatever. But the problem is I have asthma. So when she's unloading her weapon of choice whatever week, I'm like gonna die down in the hallway, and I'm just over it, right? So she met me one night, and I gotta love there's another tenant there that I absolutely love, and she's been looking out for me because there's a bit of crazy at this place other than that person. A couple other that are cool there. But she stops me as I'm leaving. It was super nice because one of the other people that live there, tenants, is out there, and she calls out to me as I'm leaving. She says, "Hey, you got a minute?" I said, "I'm not really supposed to talk to you." It's like we've had this conversation, I'm not supposed to have a conversation. Right. So she goes on to be like, "Well, I have this health problem, whatever," and then she says to me, I've been cleaning the steps, and I'm thinking, no, you haven't. Like, she says, "Do you clean the railings?" Yes, actually, I do. Even with not having a whole bunch of time, I did go through with antibacterial, and I did clean.
Right.
I didn't mop. Okay, whatever. So this is the bitch fit that she's having, is that because she's sick, I don't mop, and then I'm like, "But you're this far away from my face." And you're afraid that because I didn't mop the steps that you're going to get something?
Right.
But you're in my face bitching at me right now, and I'm just like, "Have a nice New Year. God bless you." Just not missing a beat because I wasn't going to let it get to well, I got home and I'm like, "This bitch." But there, because I am professional, I was like, "Have a nice night. Take care. I hope you feel better.
Right.
Take care of yourself."
Right.
And I don't fuck yourself as I'm walking away, whatever, so
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
so I'm and this is an extra like side gig. Yes, the money does help, but it's not a lot.
Right.
It's not that much, but it does help out. So I do it. But it's not worth like that. So I get over there and my stomach is like twisting because I have anxiety. I've talked about this. And I started to let it like eat at me, and I'm like, "I don't want to see this lady. I don't want to do all this." And I tell Adam before I go over that the lady's gonna get in my face again. I just know it's gonna happen. And sure enough, because I said it out loud and the universe listens to me, there she was. Mm-hmm.
Did you throw an elbow?
I did not. I aggressively vacuumed. a little, and then sprayed a lot. And I did the stairs. I cleaned those so good you could eat off of them. So I was like, no.
No.
She opened up her door, and I could see her out of the corner of my eye, and I could just see this, like, scowl. She's shaking her head at me, and there it was, half a can of Lysol. Because of this lady, I'm probably going to get stock. I'm thinking about it. So she's up there, and she's just bitch-faced, and spraying a half a can, and I'm downstairs, like, almost dying.
Right.
Ignoring her because I know she's giving me this nasty face. And I said, "Dear Heavenly Father." And she scowled, slammed her door, and then I could hear her. Oh, actually, I turned on the vacuum and I started like humming some happy tune because like, you're not getting in my head, lady.
Right.
I know what I'm doing. I know my job, and
Right.
I'm taking care of it, right? So, so I'm vacuuming and just humming along, being happy, whatever, you know. And I mop, and then her kid's son, I don't know who it is, but this poor person lives with this person. So I felt bad for this person because they seem like a nice person. So they walk by, and they go out, and then I started mopping.
Yeah.
So they come back in. I say, "Just be careful. I just mopped with antibacterial everything." He's like, "Oh, okay, have a nice night."
Right.
So I hear upstairs, that fat ass.
What?
Yeah. And I just started laughing my ass off because I was like, if this is being a fat ass, then I have fucking arrived. And I'm cool with it. Because, lady, at one point I was 350, so.
Right.
Try something else. Like, you know. So, you know, not today, Satan. And I still have my job currently.
Of course.
And I have to go back again.
This
But
bitch.
I'm just like, So if she comes back out, it'll be like, "Satan be gone." I'll like have a rosary on and be like,
I think I've got a crucifix around here somewhere.
yeah, I'm
Be
gonna.
gone, Satan!
Yeah, I'll just be like with my rosary and holding it up at her and be like, "Go back to the depths of hell."
Let's go all fucking Old Testament
Yeah.
on her. She'll leave you
But
alone.
the funny thing is though, is that the other tenant, the first time that happened,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can see her, but like past me because she was down, doing laundry or whatever, and she's just shaking her head like,
Fuck you, Karen.
mm-mm. So apparently I seen her, not where she's at, but I seen her another place, and
Yeah.
she says to me, she's like, "I called your manager and let them know that you are doing an excellent job."
Good.
And then she says to me, she's like, "She tried telling me that she was on her hands and knees after you had left the building to clean it." And I was like,
This bitch.
this bitch. So, so there's that. I'm sure we've all faced that, but I've decided that, okay, I let her get to me that one time because I was like, "Don't talk to me, woman." I'm not deal. And it was during the time, our vehicle just broke down.
Of course.
My season was ending. I'm going, numbers, money, numbers, and, freaking out about the numbers thing. And I'm like, I still need to do this job, but when I don't need to do this job, I'm knocking on her door or leaving some poop from a dog.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Just kidding. Light it on fire. Just kidding. No, I wouldn't do that. But I don't know.
Oh, just mashed potato her back deck.
It's upstairs. Like, so.
I mean, whatever. You know?
Okay, all right. But yeah, I'm like, no, but I really do love the person I work for. Like, they're cool, so I'm not gonna do anything like that. But I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing and ignore her. And if she wants to get in my way, I'm just, don't spray it in my face because that's assault. I'm just saying. Just saying. She might
I still
like
want to see
orange.
that shit on the front page of the local newspaper. Cleaning lady.
Assaulted.
No, cleaning lady gives exorcism in the hallway.
It could happen. Like, it could happen.
I'm like, yup, that shit happened. That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Christ is with me. Yeah.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yes. Yes. I have like a mirror so I can point it at her and be like, "Get in the mirror, Satan." I don't know. But I try really hard to be better. Not, I try really hard to be good, but when something like that happens, it's just like, okay,
See,
how can I deal with this without like putting a twisted tea can to her head?
I'm just saying, to the labor force, the cleaning ladies, the cleaning guys, be nice to them. Don't be dicks.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. They can shit in your tater salad and you won't even fucking know the difference.
The help.
That's right.
You ever see that or read that?
Yes.
The shit pie.
I've also seen Waiting, so I'm just going to say,
Oh, yeah.
don't be a dick.
Yeah, don't be a dick. It's not going to be good for it. Like, and I tried to think about, why is this? Why, And I thought I'm not the reason why you're sick. So don't be mad at me. But apparently, though, I'm not the only one. She's done this to other cleaning ladies, and I'm like, wonderful. Here it is. So I'm trying to navigate around that and be like, once I leave here, I don't have to deal with
You
you.
should go to Goodwill and like just buy a bunch of soap and the little $1.99 things and be like, I thought of you. Maybe this will help you clean.
Here's
more.
Dial. Why not use it on all of you?
Yes, like in your eyes, in your ears.
I don't wish, honestly though, I'm just going to be honest. I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I don't. So that's why I was just like, how can I change this? So yeah, I just started praying in front of her. And I'm just like, whatever. When anybody gives me shit, I'm just like, God bless you. I'll pray for you or something like that because it's going to piss them off even more.
Yeah,
But you're trying to be humble, right?
Dealing with Ethel Cranky Crotch. I mean,
Oh
come
my
on,
God.
that's fucked up. Why would you do that?
Because I'm the bigger person. Obviously I am the bigger person according to her.
Fat
I'm just like, wow. I'm sorry that you're stuck here, but that's not my life.
Yeah, you heard it here first on Don't Make This Weird. Fuck you, Ethel Cranky Crotch.
Ethel Cranky Crotch. I'll come up with something.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll find some kind of song. But this is probably going to be my new segment.
Yes.
As long as I work there, I'll be like, well, Ethel Cranky Crotch did this. Can't even say it, but that's much. But yeah, it's honestly though, you're right. I try to be very, very kind to people that do jobs that
That's right.
people feel are less or whatever because I've been there.
They are hardworking Americans just like the rest of us.
And
Don't be a dick.
And regardless, like even if I do have different businesses or whatever. I do all kinds of different stuff. But I'm not afraid to push a broom. You know that. We did shows, and at the end of the night, we were both cleaning up a broom, because there was a quote about that at one point. If you can't do those kinds of jobs, then you will never have that, respect for what other people do. I don't think that's the exact quote. But
When you look at the fact of all of these corporations and stuff like that, I know so many people who started out pushing a broom, and now they are owners of really, really wealthy corporations.
Yeah.
And they're still not afraid to get down in there and bust their asses
Nope.
because they treat the janitor and they treat the vice president the same way
Yep.
as a decent human being that are doing their fucking job.
And I can honestly tell you that in the 6 seasons that I've worked at Brenner's, I've seen that. The family does
Right.
go to work with everybody else when they're needed to. They travel all over the world to get they go and do the buying, the designing, everything for like the ornaments that they have in the store and all that stuff. But when they are in the store, they go around to everybody and say hello, and they address you. So I thought that was pretty cool. I've really enjoyed working there all these seasons. It's hard because it is a seasonal job, but I continue to go back because of the way that they do treat everybody that works there. And it's been a really cool experience to see that because they are, they're there with you. Their son was out doing boxes, shipping boxes and packing boxes and everything. All through the family, they all will come out and work and do different things. They'll be on the floor.
Yeah.
So it's been a really cool experience being able to work there. And I am going to continue as long as I can afford to continue. And I'm hoping that my off season, my seasonal vacation, with everything else that I do, will be able to help, fund that part. So, but yeah, it's important. to treat everybody in the service industry with respect, as long as they're treating you with respect.
Well, don't be a dick. I mean,
Right.
whether you know you're in there digging ditches or mopping floors,
Mm-hmm.
or you know you got the cook at the local mom and pop, you know, choke and puke. I mean,
Like,
it's one of those things that if you get a good sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
thank your waitress, thank the cook.
Right.
Don't be a dick.
Right.
I mean, good God. We ordered from the local, what the hell is that place called? The Oven.
Mm-hmm.
Got a Stromboli. And like, you know, of course, my daughter's friend's mom works there. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And speaking of that, I was actually going to give a shout out. I haven't checked it out yet, but there's another YouTube channel that we are
Oh.
looking at.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was going to check it out. It's called Pond Science, youtube.com /Pond Science.
Cool.
So, I got a sticker.
Very cool.
And I'm going to check it out, and I'm going to give you guys my report on it because
I like it.
apparently that's his website. So, support local.
Yeah, there you go.
Be
Learn
nice.
stuff.
Right.
Network.
Right.
You
Network.
meet cool people when you actually do get a chance to network. I know it's a lot different right now where we're at,
I don't care.
but continue though,
Like,
one way or another.
Hi. Am I in your personal space?
Stop it. Get out of here. You're in MySpace. Move it. Oh, speaking of MySpace,
Yes.
there is MySpace is back. Did you
Really?
know that?
It never left.
I didn't know that. It's called HeySpace.
What?
HeySpace.
Like, hey, hey.
HEY.
Duck, duck, duck,
Check
duck,
it
duck,
out.
duck. Okay.
It looks like the old MySpace format. You can do all of the coding. Yeah, it's back.
What's it called?
HeySpace.
Hey,
Mm-hmm. Check it out.
Take a sad song and make it better. Hey, space. Hello. Wow. It's really hard to type in one hand. Is that it? Collaboration of software teams? Apps on Google? No.
No, try putting in MySpace and then it will take you to it, I think. Sorry, we're doing this.
We're doing this live on air. Feature content on MySpace. No, it's MySpace.
What the heck? I seen this the other day. Hold on.
Okay.
It's trying to make me block somebody. No. Hold on. Hold that thought, my
MySpace
friends.
on LinkedIn.
No, it's not right. Hold on.
Here we go. We're going to go to the live shot. There we go.
Well,
So now you guys are seeing what my screen looks like.
there you go. I'm Googling.
Goo goo. Shoot it. Hey, you know what? We can actually do this too. So add a source. Be like, look, here we go. I'm going to add in this one. Nope, that's not it.
Oh, it's called Space Hay. I'm sorry.
Space
I
Hay.
was backwards.
Are you dyslexic?
Space. Yes, I am. I do turn that stuff around.
That's
Example, Turdy instead of Trudy
weird.
at work on an ornament. But yeah,
Okay, so
Space
what-
Hay.
Space Hay? Okay.
MySpace Reborn.
Space
Hey.
Hay.
A space for friends.
Space for friends. Space Hay. All right, so
There you
oh,
go. See?
Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
Look at that. Wow. Space Hay. Wow. We got
It's there.
browse, the bulletins.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is so MySpace.
It is. And they
Oh.
actually they went to court and battled to be able to have it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they did all of the research to have it done just like MySpace was
Right.
and brought it back and went to court and they got approved for it.
Wow. Look at that.
Isn't
These
that
are all
crazy?
events. They're still working on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean cuz it's just now it's coming back. But yeah, somebody
No
posted
shit.
this. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty interesting and I thought, wow, you know.
So it would be really cool if they had Tom.
Yeah, it would be cool if like Tom was your first
Right.
first friend like back then, like the nostalgia.
Exactly.
So I thought that was kind of neat. I wanted to share that with you
Nostalgia
guys.
all the way.
So there's that. But yeah, I think the first week, regardless, we've made it our own.
Have we?
I have.
I think.
I've been doing some kick-ass stuff, and I'm continuing to do so.
Yep.
With or without my bubble, I don't know, but I'm going to continue to do stuff, and
I'm still
continue
here.
to be good.
shouting vulgarities and understanding the definition of fuck, shit, damn, bitch, and shit.
And on that note,
What?
I want to give a shout out to solidstateradio.net for airing us into the new year.
Yes.
All of the different podcasts and things that we do, they support, they share, and we thank them very, very much. And, guys, we've got Strange Friends Media. They do a lot of different podcasts. That's us. we do a lot. And so there's This Is My Brain, Tuesday Night Rants, Guitar Fridays. This show. Survivor
Shit
Girl
show?
is coming back.
Did you say shit show?
Sometimes it feels like it, but you guys still tune in. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you for that. So Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for the support that you gave us in 2020 through every different thing that we came across and kept on going. We're still here. We didn't stop, and we're not going to stop.
Right.
We are going to continue to try to give you guys as much content as we can through the studio. If there is something that we're not doing and you guys want to see, please give us a message on the Don't Make This Weird podcast page on Facebook.
Yes.
On to our personal, we might not get it, but you can.
Speaking of that, we reached out to Final Confession. Shout out to those guys.
Oh, yeah.
They just dropped a new track.
Nice.
Killer track. Go check it out.
Hey.
On Facebook, YouTube, it's called Final Confession. I
Mhm.
don't remember the name of the track, so please don't kill me, guys. But it is a
Fired.
badass track. Seriously.
So fired.
Check it
So
out.
yeah, we just thank you guys for the support through 2020 and all of the years that we've been doing this, and we're going to continue moving forward and bringing as much content that we can. So if there is something though that you guys want to see, or something that we're missing and you want us to bring it back, let us know. Oh, go ahead. One more sponsor, I guess, before we go.
It's
Or
a
not sponsor.
It's Mark the Barber's Polar Walk Run. Right there's the registration form. They're still taking this stuff as far as I know. January 10th, 2021. Go out, support local. It's an amazing event. Seriously, good stuff. Support local. Hometown Handmade, Stone Cottage Farms, and the 18 different venues that you have there.
Yeah, and 2 more coming in.
2 more coming in.
So there's more on the way as well. Again, they're killing it. They're through everything. They're like, no, we're not going to take it. No, we're not going to take it.
We're not going to take it
No anymore.
anymore.
So I want to give a shout out to the people that have come and hung out with us on YouTube tonight.
YouTube.
Lexi White, shout out to you. Rodney Torrey, thank you for joining in. Cindy Mosco, did I say it right?
Sure.
Thank you for tuning in. Adam Curl, thank you for tuning in. Jeff Graham, thank you for tuning in. Mike Edgington, thank you for tuning in. And I think that's everybody.
We've got Louder 1 over here on Twitch. So shout out to all you guys. Thanks for going to the dual shot. Thank you guys for listening to us and creating shenanigans and
Yeah.
talking about, Ethel Gravity Crotch or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck her
something
name
like that.
Yeah. So yeah, you punch that like button in the mouth to tell
Please.
YouTube that you like our stuff, so
Yeah.
you can keep coming
Share
back.
us.
Yes, share.
Share us. Help build
That's right.
us to keep on moving forward so we can still be
Keep
here.
on cruising.
Keep on cruising. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're looking into other platforms
Yes.
because why not? And if you guys are interested in being a guest on our show,
Yes.
or somebody else that would like to join us on the show,
Yep.
would like to come and have a conversation, let us know. Again, it's easy.
Yes.
Just go on to Facebook, onto the Don't Make This Weird podcast page. It has our icon, our logo on it. Just go ahead in there,
Yep.
send us a message, and we'll be able to figure out details and get you on the show. We have availability for booking right now, so let us know. We'll get you on.
And last PSA of the evening: don't drink BioFreeze; it's too expensive.
There you go. Don't drink the biofreeze. And that is something good to know in 2021, guys.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that you have a great night. We will see you next Thursday, unless you drink biofreeze.
Yeah.
Then you might not join us.
That's right.
All right, guys, have a great night. And remember, keep it weird.